ladies and gentlemen, here with, it's been a while, hasn't it? You need some water. You're a little dehydrated down there. Yeah. Dameon Nelson here with the legendary Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby, welcome to Milwaukee.
Thank you very much. It's glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. Someone should be here. If you got bratwurst and beer, no one's going to drink or eat, so you got to have people here.
Bobby Heenan, we're going to take a unique twist here with this interview, and with the upcoming book you have coming in April. Let's talk about, actually, why don't you tell us a little bit about the book and what the book will be about when it comes out in April?
Well, it's going to be like a self-help book. Like what would the brain do in this situation? What would it do in this situation? It's something like that. But I think it'd be interesting, a lot of fun to read. It's better than the bathroom wall.
So, so let's take a twist on that. And let's talk about. Let's do some self-help guide right here on TV.
778.
She's no good.
You would know.
Yeah, I put the number up there actually, trying to get her away from me. Now, let's talk about some self-help. Let's do a little self-help on TV. Let's do Bobby Heenan's self-help guide to voting. You're from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
One would assume you may have voted in 2000.
I never voted.
Really?
I don't trust anybody.
Huh.
You ever see a politician that shake hands? Do they ever look at you in the face?
Never.
Why would I vote for them? They're not business people. They're rip-off artists. I'm not going to vote for them. No matter if I vote for them or not. Is it going to change anything?
Well.
Nah. I haven't seen it yet.
It is your self-help guide.
That's just my own opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of those guys. Bill Clinton. Come on. Monica Lewinsky. If you were married to Hillary, Monica would be there too.
Now, do you think? Now, this is it's a very poignant point you bring up. Do you think that there was a problem with Bill getting his rocks off in the Oval Office that affected his presidency?
No, I think he has rocks off in every place in that building.
He only got caught in the Oval Office. Huh?
He never got caught. He said he didn't do anything.
That's
right.
True.
I mean, she's got stains on her dress, but she could have maybe been Irpy. I mean, who knows?
All right, Bobby. Bobby Heenan's self-help guide to relationships.
I have a feeling. A friend in need is a pest. I mean, relatives are like fish. After 3 days, they stink. So.
Do you prefer them fried or broiled?
I would just like him in the car on the way out of town. Yeah. Nah. The relatives are fine as long as I don't have to see him.
All right. You're a self-help guide, Bobby Heenan, to dining out.
Well, you get the big fries when you go through the window.
The steak fries?
The big fries.
The big fries.
Yeah, when you
super
go through
size?
the window. I would think that, yeah.
Super size? Now,
you know, when you're dining out, it's another thing. You know, other waiters want a tip. The waitresses want a tip. The maitre d' wants a tip. Get a better job. No one comes up to me during the match and says, "That was a hell of a bump. Here's $5." No one's ever done that to me. You bring me the food, I eat it. You can't do any better? Go get another job. That's why they have hookers.
That's a very valid point. Now, what about, let's see, Bobby Heenan's self-help guide to hookers? Now, we won't air this in Florida, so you don't have to worry about somebody seeing it.
I do not fool around. I do not mess around. I'm a married man. I've been married for 25 years. But Trixie in Des Moines, I never touch her. I don't care what they say. No, hookers is fine. Guys need hookers.
Some guys need hookers.
Sure. Some guys can't get it done at home. And the women at home need hookers. Men hookers. Everybody needs a hooker. You want a hooker? I can be a hooker.
Well, what's the best way to get a hooker?
Cash.
What's the best way to stiff a hooker? Bobby Heenan, you seem like
a... You want to make her hormone? Don't pay her.
Again, huh? Now, how about the Bobby Heenan self-help guide to Las Vegas, Nevada?
Well, that's a great town. Yeah, you can gamble there, and you can see great shows and have great dining, but you turn everybody upside down. They look the same at noon.
Yeah? Now, do you have a favorite casino in Vegas?
Yes, I go to Red Roof, and I have a maid there named Alga, and I duct tape her to her cart, but that's... Are we on the air here?
No, not at all. Don't mind that red light flashing. It's fine. This is not airing.
This is a great place. So is Milwaukee.
We got a couple casinos here in Milwaukee. Potawatomi Bingo Casino. Well, it's Indians and stuff. You got to give them their land back after,
I have nothing against Indians. I think they should have a casino. I think everybody should own a couple.
They just added craps and roulette.
Well, if you drink too much Mexican food, that can happen.
Bobby Heenan's self-help guide to, this is going to be a doozy, Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
getting into the wrestling business.
You know how to get into wrestling? Buy a ticket.
And then what from there?
You're on your own. I gotta go.
What? Again, already? Bobby, actually, did you have some? Okay, more than 2 shakes ain't shaking, all right?
What's happening to people?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here with Bobby Heenan, who has actually, he just got done eating at La Perla, so he's got a little bit of Mexican in him. And just taking another 10-100, for those of you who drive trucks, you know what that means. Welcome back, Bobby. How was it for you? Now you're refreshed?
I'm just passing through. Not bad. I take Viagra 3 times a day just so I don't get my shoes wet.
You know, they got this new Viagra stuff. It works in 16 minutes instead of waiting for hours. How can you plan? I mean, let's say you take Viagra.
Mm-hmm.
You go out on a date. You're with your honey, you know, you taking your pill.
Mm-hmm.
And you know you got 2 hours. You got a 2-hour window.
Doesn't matter. We start at the same time. If she can't keep up, it's not my fault.
Just say, okay, Toots, it's time to go.
I never say nothing to him. Like they always say, we fake it. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
Bobby Heenan, your self-help book will be out in April. It's definitely going to be a great read. Now let's talk about your book that has already come out. A book that when you were on the air a few weeks ago with us on the show and via phone, we talked a little bit about your book, and I said that it was a book that was purely entertaining due to the fact that it was simply like we were sitting in a room talking to you, because it was the same quick wit and the same wise mouth that Bobby Heenan has been known for and continues to be known for. How did you portray that? How did you get that into the book? Did you sit there and did you write for hours, and did you write basically what was coming out of your head, or how did it all happen?
Well, my writer, Steve Anderson, and I, we just sat down. I didn't want the book to be like War and Peace or the Bible or something. You got to turn to page 88 to get an answer. I wanted it to be just like we were sitting around Hooters, having some wings, having some thighs, some breasts, and it was just talking. And I wanted to just roll like that.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon my speech because I'm getting over cancer.
All right, you sound fine.
Well, my tongue's a little swollen. I feel like I'm making out with Mr. Ed. But, no, I just wanted to just be a book that just rolled and people could, you didn't have to think about it. You just listen to somebody talk. That's how I wanted it to be.
All right. And with that, you succeeded. So, coming up with this next
I
book.
asked my wife, I said, there's somebody else? She said, there must be.
Now, a little bit about your, again?
Oh,
You got to go again?
No.
All right. I'm starting to wonder. Yeah. Your wrestling career. We talked about on the show, you obviously, as a young boy in Indiana, you got yourself into the building. You did a little more than buy a ticket. Got into the business, went to AWA, then off to WWF, then off to WCW, and you got to work with Tony Schiavone. I don't know if you remember him. Now, it's all right. We got you.
I'm used to working professionals.
Now, do you still watch professional wrestling on a weekly basis?
No.
Not at all? Just done with it?
I'm just not interested in that anymore. I like what we're doing right now, the independent shows.
Yeah.
This is where I started. I like it. The young guys, they're hungry. They want to entertain. They put on a great show out there, and that's what I like. Pyro and all that stuff that's fine, but I'm over that now. I like this. I like being right here, right now. I don't know why, but I like it.
You said pyro, you don't need that. If I look at the back of you, at the back of your shirt here, I don't see no sequins. What's going on? What happened to your glitz and glamour jackets that you used to wear the day? You know, you were one of the first people to come out there with all
That's
that.
right, but now I don't wear that at all.
Yeah.
I just have sequin underwear now.
That can't be comfortable.
Well, it's not on the outside, it's on the inside. It's an inside job. We have to take big steps when we walk. Like that.
WrestleMania 17, I believe it was.
Huh?
WrestleMania 17, I believe it was, where you came back along with me and Gina Okerlund to commentate for the gimmick battle royal, if you will. Many would say the best part of that match was having you and Mr. Okerlund down at ringside. Now, you were an unannounced surprise. Me and Gene, pretty much everyone expected, but when your music hit and you came walking down the ramp, how did it feel, Bobby, to be back in the World Wrestling Entertainment and to be home again, if you will, on the biggest stage of them all?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not kidding around right now. It was such a real treat to work with people that were professional. And you're professional. So is her. No, him. But no, with WCW, it was like playing for the Toledo Mud Hens. Now I went back to the Yankees. Now I'm back to the Yankees.
Okay.
The production and the running of WCW was atrocious. Being back for the WWF at that one time and doing that, seeing all my old friends, it was fun. It really was fun.
Now, and a lot of people don't know the story about why you went to WCW. I mean, obviously, those who've read your book know that it was an opportunity for you to get closer to home, get closer to your daughter who was going in school, and it was easy money.
And plus, they had insurance. And,
Really?
Yeah, and I had broke my neck in '83 in Japan, and I could never have it taken care of because I didn't have insurance. I didn't have enough. I didn't want to spend all my money. I had to work.
Yeah.
WWF never gave me insurance.
Right.
But WCW did because I was considered an employee for Turner Broadcasting.
Right.
So that's why I had my neck operated on. Other than that, the whole time down there was just like, it was unbelievable. They didn't know how to do anything. We're lucky we did what we did.
Yeah.
Really.
So it's no surprise to you that the company's out of business. But how do you feel now knowing that World Wrestling Entertainment specifically owns pretty much all wrestling footage made in the last 20 years, including AWA, WCW, and ECW footage? How do you think they should capitalize on that vault that they have,
I got
including all the stuff you've done over the last
pictures
year?
of a picnic from 1962. It don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter at all. I don't care what they have, what they want to show, what they want to. I'm happy.
Well, and a lot of people have been asking for and looking for a 24-hour wrestling channel. Do you think it can be supported at this time?
No. I think wrestling's over.
Over? Completely done?
Yeah. I mean, it's expensive to see. These independent shows, I think, are what's going to help the business. These kids work hard. It doesn't cost you an arm and a leg to get into the place or buy a ticket. But those days, they're over. I mean, because Art Magic, Blackstone, he makes an elephant disappear.
Yeah.
But we know he don't do that.
Right.
But once we find out how he does it, it's not important anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that people know how the business is run because we've dropped the torch.
Yeah.
So,
It's an interesting analogy.
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan, in parting, tell us.
No one can believe it's real. You know why?
Why?
You ever go to a baseball game?
I was actually at a baseball game last week.
You ever see a guy in the on-deck circle with a mask on?
In
Did you ever hear of a mask?
the Empire?
No, a guy in the on-deck circle.
No.
Did you ever see a guy in the dugout, they announce him from parts unknown?
No.
It don't happen. It's wrestling. It's bull.
You can say that's all right. It's cable.
Bullshit.
It almost takes me back to the Clash of the Champions. Remember what the beep are you doing to Brian Pillman, you said, when you thought he was attacking you?
No,
Coming
I
after
didn't
your
think
neck?
that. I didn't think that.
You didn't say that, Bobby?
I did say that. But I didn't think he was attacking me.
Oh, okay.
What happened was, when you're doing color commentary, you're watching the monitor.
Right.
You can't watch the ring because you have to watch what they're shooting.
Right.
And Brian came behind me. They were outside the ring fighting, and I wasn't watching them. And he pulled my coat down over my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I've had a broken neck.
Uh-huh.
And I jumped up, and I said, what the?
Yeah.
But he didn't mean to do it. It was a joke. He was just playing with me.
Right.
But that's probably the best thing that ever happened to WCW.
Oh, it was great. I have it on tape. I just remember seeing you, red jacket. I remember seeing you walking up the ramp halfway out and thinking about it.
I was going to leave, and I said, wait a minute. Now I got a job to do. I'm going to sit down and do it. He didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
But I thought a fan had jumped over the rail and grabbed me. That's what I thought.
Not unreasonable. Especially, back in the days, now you said that now that you know what wrestling's all about, now that, and the fans, now that you know that it's a controlled situation, now that you know it's all predetermined. Back in the day, it wasn't like that.
Oh, no.
People would attack you. People would come after you. People would think that everything they were seeing was real.
Oh, yeah. I was in Chicago at the amphitheater, and they shot at me. They shot 5 people with it, yes. And they didn't kill anybody. They shot one person in the shoulder, in the arm, in the thumb, and in the neck. But he didn't make it to the ring. He shot the people before ringside. Yeah. And there's some goofs out there. Look at it. They attacked a baseball player.
Right.
So there's some goofy people out there. But the business has changed. Years ago, we had to fight our way into the ring and out.
Yeah. So, Bobby, tell me in closing that it's a bell. You should know that sound. What is your greatest memory? And this might take a while to come up with. What is your greatest memory of a city you've been to many a time throughout your career, Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
Milwaukee was always the town, and Denver too, that had the loudest fans. Denver and Milwaukee.
They didn't have anything else to do in Denver. That's why they were loud.
Well, a couple of John Denver albums and you're done. But Milwaukee, you know, it was just the people were behind you. I mean, they yelled and they screamed. They were great fans, and you enjoyed working for them. Really, it was, and they didn't like me, but that's okay. But that's because I did what I was doing right.
Right.
But no, they were great fans in Milwaukee and Wisconsin, and the whole Midwest were great fans.
You know, actually, one more question. This sort of sparked it when you said they liked you. Other wrestling managers, before you became a broadcast journalist, other wrestling managers. Let's get your take on the likes of a Jimmy Hart.
He's okay.
You know the guy with the microphone?
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah, but see, when Jimmy Hart had glasses, a megaphone, all this stuff, you never knew who Jimmy Hart was.
Huh?
You knew who Bobby Heenan was.
Right.
I didn't disguise myself with glasses, megaphones, all this crap.
Right.
I had sequins because that's
It worked
where I lived. Yeah.
It worked for you.
Sure.
James E. Cornette, Jim Cornette.
I like Jimmy Cornette. I always thought he was good. I really
We had
liked
him on
him.
this show, actually.
Oh, he's great. I like the tennis racket, his mother, the spandex.
You know what I just
like
thought
him.
of? Could you imagine a team of Jim Cornette and Bobby Heenan doing commentary? I don't know if y'all can keep up with each other.
Oh, I think it'd be great. Sure, we could do that as a strip mall or something. No, Jimmy Cornette is, to me, good man.
J.J. Dillon.
As a manager?
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah.
No,
Sort of there.
kind of blah.
Yeah.
Blassie?
Yeah, classy Freddie Blassie.
Dirt nap.
Really?
No, he didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
not as effective as Arnold Skellin.
wait a minute. I started managing in 1965.
Uh-huh.
Blassie didn't start managing until his career was over. I've managed longer than any manager ever.
Really?
More than Lou Albano, more than Jimmy Hart, more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Those other guys just got into that when their career was over.
Right.
I started as a manager.
Well, there was no greater stable than the Heenan family.
No, it wasn't a stable.
I was just actually talking to a friend the other day.
Place where you have fine-fested horses. The families where you...
The Heenan family, yes.
I never wanted to
The
say
Heenan
stable.
family. Do you remember the... Shoo!
I had 4 members in my family. 1, 2...
Bobby Heenan, I'd like to give you a personal thanks for giving us some time here on the air with Full Force. You're truly a joy to be with, and it's a pleasure to meet you, an honor to meet you, as a matter of fact. Hey, have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the years of entertainment you will continue to provide us and that you have provided us over the last few years.
And 6 years. And thanks to all the people out there. And
Thank you. Back to the leak. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby the Brain Heenan right here on